So kind of passing 59 highway right across the state line now. So now we're looking at western parts of Cherokee County as this continues to push in. Let me alter a few graphics here, set up so I can stay with these storms. Just give me 1 second and we'll cover back everything again here. Okay. There. Hang tight with me, guys. I'm trying to reload these graphics real quick. And then I want to get you a future graphic too. Okay. So hang tight, guys. Give me 1 more second. All right, latest warnings. Okay. Don't County, got it. Okay. New severe thunderstorm warning in the southern parts of Newton County, northern parts of McDonald County. That is also an orange box, meaning it's a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado tag as it pushes in southwestern Missouri. So that's another storm that we want to keep our eyes on as it continues to work east. I'll put this in play mode here. So we have numerous warnings going on right now. Of course, we have severe thunderstorm warnings with tornado tags, meaning could drop a tornado. So we're looking at Crawford County, Cherokee County, Newton County, McDonald County. In our dark red, that is a confirmed tornado on the ground. That is Cherokee County, Kansas, and that warning still extends back into northern parts of Craig County. This storm has produced a tornado. It looks like there's one still on the ground as it continues to work off toward the east. So it's this very intense line that is slowly propagating its way off toward the east. Ahead of it, we are getting a few thunderstorms. Tornado warnings right in here. So it's just passing by Chautauqua. It's in western parts of Cherokee County, southeastern Kansas. The warning does extend down into Craig and northern parts of Ottawa County. We want to watch these little areas down toward Welch as this line continues to push off toward the north and to the east, because anywhere along that line, we could see some little spin-up tornadoes. In line, so Welch up toward Columbus, you want to go ahead and take shelter. A little past that, then we'll get over toward 69 Highway, Baxter, Galena, Riverton, and then all the way up to Pittsburgh as this line of storms continues to push off toward the north and to the east. Zooming in, still pretty good rotation. South of Oswego, north of Chautauqua, so kind of right on that state line pushing into western parts of Cherokee County. Let's go ahead and check out some of these other storms as well. Look at that guy down there as well. We're going to take a look at him. All right, so let's go through time. These storms continue to push north and east very slowly. So here's about 3 p.m. Showers and thunderstorms continuing right along that I-44 corridor, keeping that severe threat around. Now, the severe threat west of Parsons here in about an hour or so is going to be gone. So it's mainly going to be along I-44 as we go through the rest of the evening. Heaviest storms by 5:30, now into southwestern Missouri, so the bigger severe threat will start to shift by about 5 o'clock. Springfield, Branson, northwest Arkansas, and then from that point in time, we're just going to have strong showers and thunderstorms pushing through the region. Let me back up here, and let's see here. You can still see that little notch right in here. So that's where our tornado is. So about 3 miles southeast of Oswego. You can see it now pushing east. So it's right in there, that little notch. So we're going to continue to watch this as it plows off toward the east through Cherokee County. Let me get the latest on warnings here. That line is intensifying too. Atmosphere is very unstable. Let me read a couple of reports here real quick. Okay, let's look at that guy. Let's go over here. He's an interesting looking dude. North of Pineville, moving into Goodman. Let me back this up just a bit just so I can see the rotation. Yeah, so we got quarter size hail with this one. Anderson over toward Goodman, just north of Knoll and Pineville, pushing into southern parts of Newton County. So we're going to watch that as it continues to work through. And then that looks suspicious there, that little notch there just north of Welch. So let's watch that. Switch over here. Let's go down. Not a lot of low-level rotation, so that's good. All right, let me change a few graphics up again because this line keeps plowing off toward the east here. So here, hang tight with me. Come on. All right, here. Give me 1 second, let me set these up. And then we'll kind of go over everything once again here. Get this guy. Okay. All right, let's go through this again here. Make sure I don't have any, let's see here. We definitely got a lowering in that storm in northern parts of McDonald County. I'm seeing a couple pictures on that. So we want to pretty much go ahead and call out a tornado warning. And let me look at it one more place here. I just want to make sure I'm getting the latest reports on everything. Okay, so of course, tornado watch in effect. Everybody in the purple under a tornado watch through the afternoon hours. Severe threat is pretty much gone once you get into our western counties, which is good. Once you get west of, let's say, Parsons, severe threat is going down. Chanute, Independence, so you guys are all looking better. So now it's mainly a sliver of Kansas, southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas, northeastern parts of Oklahoma as we go through the next several hours. Numerous warnings. We can go ahead and already call out a tornado warning because I've seen a picture, and it's a very defined wall cloud, northern parts of McDonald County, southern parts of Newton County. And then we have severe thunderstorm warnings, Crawford, Cherokee County, and then in this house-looking polygon, that is our tornado warning that we have in Cherokee County. We're watching this line continuing to drive off toward the north and to the east, and this is kind of the main show. Now, ahead of it, we're getting a lot of thunderstorms popping up. Any of those could rotate. The atmosphere is very unstable, so we want to watch that. But once you get behind this line, that is where that severe threat starts to drop. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this tornado warning. So here's Columbus, so up to Weir, Scammon, here's 69 Highway, and then if you went down 69 Highway, down to Baxter, Galena, Riverton. So here's this line of storms, and we've had some confirmed tornadoes with these little notches on the front edge. We call these QLCSs, and these are pushing off toward the east. The signature is a little weaker than what it once had when it was down a little bit farther south and east, or south and west towards Chautauqua. But Chautauqua, Oswego, you guys are looking better as this storm, the brunt of it is now pushing out of the region. Let's go a little bit farther south. We want to watch this intensification south of Chautauqua over toward Welch, and we want to watch these little notches because that is where we are seeing another lowering and another tornado warning. So that's why we have a tornado warning. Northern parts of Craig County. And then as this pushes north and east, it will track northern parts of Ottawa County. So here's Miami, Quapaw, Commerce. It should stay just north of Miami. But again, we'll push into southern parts of Cherokee County. So a lot that we want to watch. Let's shift south and east. This storm definitely has a lowering, or at least it did about 3 minutes ago. So here's Goodman, here's I-49, then you have the old 71 highway. So here's Neosho, you got 60 highway running east or west, but we've been getting some lowering right on top of Goodman. So I would go ahead and take shelter if you live in Goodman, southern parts of Newton County, as it at least has wall cloud on it as this storm continues to push off toward the north and to the east. Let's go back, look at some rotation here. You can still see we definitely have now east of Oswego. We are getting a lot of lowerings across the region. Hey, Stace, have you heard, do you know where the Skywatch storm tracker is? Are they? All right, we did send Lindsay and I think Anthony's driving. So they're heading out Columbus area so we can get a look at this as it starts to push in. But still, very dangerous here east of Oswego, western parts of Cherokee County. Go ahead and take shelter. So that means from Oswego to Columbus, you want to go ahead and jump into your shelter as this line starts to drive in over the next couple hours. Here's our cell, northern parts of McDonald County, so we are looking southwestern Missouri. In fact, I'll back up here so you can kind of get your bearings. Let the computer catch up. Here's a line driving east. We're getting a lot of little spin-up tornadoes along that front edge. We've already had a couple that have touched down. We have one in Craig County move right into Chautauqua. I'm going to get the latest on warnings here. Let me read up here real quick. Okay. Okay, so let me zoom in on this here. I just want to take a look here. Columbus, definitely go ahead and take shelter as this is heading toward you. Chautauqua, Oswego, you guys are on the backside, so you're looking better. Definitely want to watch that guy just northeast of Welch as it continues to push through. Circulation, McDonald County is weakening a bit. Doesn't look as strong as what it once did. Still severe thunderstorm warning, quarter-size hail, winds at 60 to 65 miles per hour as it pushes into southern parts of Newton County. Let's see here. But this whole area from Pittsburgh, Joplin, Carthage, Miami, it's very unstable. So any of these guys could try to rotate as we go through the next several hours and continuing to push east. Let me go ahead of time here, hang on. And so you can kind of get what's going to happen over the next few hours. So let's see, right now it's about 2:20. So by 3 p.m., this line continues to work through. Still bands of showers and thunderstorms. 4 p.m., the biggest severe threat by 4 to 5 p.m. will be in Missouri and Arkansas. And then all this starts to push out. And then we look better as we go through the rest of the afternoon. Let me glance at a couple more things and then we'll recap everything that's going on. All right, so let me look through a couple things and then I'll get back with you. Okay, there. Got it. Okay, so let me back up here. Let me look at this real quick. Still pretty good circulation there. So just west of Columbus. All right, new warnings. Still have a tornado warning, northern parts of Ottawa County. The darker red, Cherokee County, that is a confirmed tornado, which is in the western side of the county. Severe thunderstorm warnings, Crawford, Cherokee County. Severe thunderstorm warning, southern parts of Newton County, northern parts of McDonald County, in southwestern Missouri. And then we have some other severe thunderstorm warnings which have been popping up in northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Main line, driving east. Let's see here. Let me pull up a couple things here. See, looking at tower cam out of Joplin, you can see those clouds are really getting lowering here. So getting dark, of course. All right, let's go back and go through all this. Main line trying to push through southeastern parts of Kansas. Here's our main intense line. We've had several tornadoes that have popped up along that line as it continues to work east. So now it's getting closer to the metro, so Pittsburgh, Joplin, Miami, Neosho, Carthage, and it's going to get a little loud and a little noisy as these storms continue to work through. We have this guy that has developed ahead of it, ahead of the line in Newton County. We have all this mess over towards Springfield, so we're going to continue to watch these as they continue to push into the region. Let's see, why isn't my maps going forward here? Let me check one thing here. Put this in a different play mode. And let me read the latest on the warning here. Okay. So we still have a tornado on the ground. South central parts of Cherokee County. You know where Lindsay is? All right, so we still have a confirmed tornado on the ground, so it's right in this region. So here's 166, here's Columbus. So our earlier tornado was up here, kind of recycled, so now we have another tornado, which is a little bit farther south of that. So we're still getting that rotation east of Oswego, but right through this whole front line, we are getting rotation and some lowering. I'm looking at where they are at. I can actually see them on the screen over here. Are they, what highway are they on? Wait, may be able to tell by the signs here.
They're almost in Columbus.
Okay, so they're almost in Columbus. So we'll get a little idea. We have our Skywatch storm tracker out there, so we can get an idea of what's going on, but they're working toward Columbus. All right, switch back full screen, but we are going to go back to that here in a minute. Severe thunderstorm warning, northern parts of McDonald County, and this extends up through Neosho. So here's I-49, so just east of I-49, along Old 71, and then working through southern parts of McDonald County at this time. Winds at 60, quarter-size hail with that storm. Still, we have our tornado warning here, so we still have confirmed tornado, so about 7 or 8 miles east of Chetopa. I want to watch, I know we have a lot of eyeballs on this, so I want to continue to read the updates. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to read here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just reading on the latest warnings. Yep, drop them south. Drop them south to 166. Okay. So is that the camera out of the front of the car? Well, I guess it can't be because they're going the other direction. But, okay. Hang tight with me, guys. I'm just getting the latest warnings here. This is, the rotation's definitely weaker, which is good. That rotation is much, much weaker. I'm going to go back here. It's much weaker. Yeah. I'm not seeing too much there. And then she just froze up. This rotation a lot weaker right now than what it was, so that's good. Let's see here. All right, so let's go back here. Let's go through everything that's going on at camp. I'm going to jump back on the wall here. Okay. Recapping for everybody, of course, in the purple, that is our tornado watch. Through the afternoon, severe weather chances have pretty much diminished once you get west of Parsons, Chanute, Independence. Yeah, you're still going to get thunderstorms, but that severe threat has really dropped. We have severe thunderstorm warnings, southern parts of Newton County, Crawford, Cherokee County. I think that guy's going to go away here shortly because that circulation is much, much weaker as this line is driving right through Cherokee County. Very intense storm. We're getting some large hail with it and some very gusty winds. Where are they at now, Stacy? Let's go ahead and zoom in here. So you can see this very intense line really from McCune just west of Columbus. And this I think this is going to drop at 2:30. So it's 2:27 because I'm not seeing much in the way of rotation on that. In fact, let me go back to our velocity on this. I mean, we still got a little low level there, but down in here, it's just pretty much gone. So I don't, unless something recycles here, I don't expect to see this tornado warning continue past 2:30, because that's when this one expires. But of course, we're going to continue to watch it. Severe thunderstorms still, north of Goodman now, up toward Neosho, and these are the type of storms, because they are discrete little supercells, that we do want to watch for possible rotation as they continue to push off toward the north and to the east. But right now, we're not seeing anything tornadic. We're not seeing any low-level rotation. This rotation has really dropped off, so I want to see if that warning drops here at 2:30. Again, showers, thunderstorms will continue to push through. Over the next several hours, that severe threat will be sticking around. Let me read some of the latest little warnings. Again, really from Fort Scott Parsons westward, that severe threat's going to be much lower. Let me change up one thing here, so hang with me here. I'm going to change one of these graphics up. Boy, they got into some heavy rain there, didn't they?
Yeah, just south of Columbus.
Hang tight with me, guys. I'm multitasking here. Let's see here. Nope. It's pretty weak. Okay. I'm just changing a couple things. Hang with me, guys. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's change that. There we go. All right, let me read up on the latest warnings, and then we'll give you guys another update on everything that's going on. Okay, let's see here. Let me glance through this. All right, so our tornado warning in Cherokee County is gone, because we were talking about how that rotation was weakening. So that is gone. We still have a tornado warning in the northern parts of Ottawa County, but definitely much weaker. Okay. Let me look here. Still a little rotation up toward West Mineral. Not enough to warrant a tornado warning, but this whole tornado warning is gone. Rotation is weakened enough. Still watching kind of northern parts of Ottawa County. Okay, that one's dropped off as well. So right now we don't have anything that is rotating at enough to drop a tornado warning. So that is good.
I feel like she's seeing a little something, but
And where's she at?
she's south of Columbus.
Yeah, I think that's just a wall of rain, to be real honest. Real straight line winds. Okay, so this is going to be driving into Girard, Pittsburgh. Columbus, you are getting into the action. Heavy rains, of course, but we aren't seeing anything rotating right now. So that is good. Let me change the radar up here just a minute. Huh? Tell Lindsay that it's a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado tag.
Okay, it's a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado tag.
All right, so that guy's looking better. Let me change these graphics up real quick, guys. Hang tight with me.
Do you want her to head somewhere else?
Yeah, let's drive her. She's south of Columbus, correct? Have them go back to Columbus, back to 69. Kind of like back towards the station, but farther north.
Okay, head back to the station, but further north.
Okay.
All right, yeah, so just hit up 69 and head north.
All right, guys, so we still have our band of showers and thunderstorms working through. At this time, we aren't seeing anything that is rotating, or at least violently rotating, which is good news. Still a very intense line, so gusty winds at 60 miles per hour and some quarter-size hail within this line, but we aren't seeing anything that is warranting a tornado warning at this time, which is great news. But this line is now pushing over toward Columbus, so Scam and Weir. There's still a little mid-level rotation up in here just to the west of Weir, but not enough to warrant anything. This thunderstorm is weakened, so we don't have a warning on it anymore in Newton County. And then if we go back and look at our velocity, this is a very broad area of rotation to the west of Weir, but again, not enough to warrant a tornado warning. So right now we're just at severe thunderstorm warnings, which is good. Obviously, severe thunderstorms are severe, but we are getting wind. If we aren't on generator, we better go. Just so you know, Mr. Camp. All right, so this line is going to continue to work through. Now it's working all the way through Cherokee County and also parts of Crawford County. All right, guys, because we don't have anything rotating on the ground honestly right now, TV side, we'll go ahead and throw it back to programming, and of course, we'll keep you updated. Also, guys, we are always streaming on the KOAM TV Plus app, or KOAM Plus TV app. We'll be going on and off on there as the weather warrants throughout the afternoon. But on TV side, Camp, I'll let you go back to programming. Okay, gotcha. Keep it on max 2 for just a second, and I'll have you switch to max 1 here in a minute. But, so this main line is driving right through Pittsburgh, right down 69, getting into Carl Junction as well. My gosh, this computer is driving me insane. Okay, so here, hang tight with me, guys, 1 second. I'm setting up a few things. Good. All right, here. Hang tight, guys. Right there. Okay. Tim, I'm going to jump on the wall here. And as soon as this computer forever, if it ever loads, then we'll take max 1. I'll tell you when to switch. All right, go ahead, switch to max 1, and then put me on the wall. There we go. All right, tornado warnings in effect. So we're looking at Crawford County, Cherokee County, western parts of Jasper County, western parts of Barton County. And then, of course, we have severe thunderstorm warning, northern parts of Miami. Very intense line. It's very unstable out across southwestern Missouri. And any of these little storms that fire up ahead of this main line Some of those could be discrete supercells and also rotate as they push off toward the east. Let's go ahead and dig into this guy. We're going to zoom right in. Here's 69 highway. So Pittsburgh, we are getting a lot of little spin-up tornadoes right along this leading edge. Some of these little notches here. So if you live in Liberal, you want to go ahead and take shelter. Pittsburgh, the worst is now passing by Pittsburgh proper. So east side of Pittsburgh and then working into southwestern parts of Barton County and then northern parts of Jasper County. But just a lot of these little spin-up areas. So there could be multiple areas that could get some rotation going anywhere along this line. So all the way down to Carl Junction, need to be in your storm shelter. This southern sector of the storm is a little bit more intense. You're getting a little bit more oranges and reds, and we always want to watch these little spin-up areas as they push east. Let's go ahead and look at velocity here. This shows us where we are seeing some rotation. So most likely a little bit just to the east of Pittsburgh. That's a little glaring. Just south of Pittsburgh. So we have multiple areas that we're watching here. Let's go a little bit farther south. Very broad rotation west of Carl Junction, but not alarming at this point in time. Let's go through time. I'm going to stop this at 5 p.m. Still this intense line, very similar to where we are seeing it now. Marching off toward the east. Here's by 7 p.m. all the big storms now southwestern Missouri, and at this time our severe threat is pretty much gone. Where are they at? Looks like power line's down or something there. All right, so by 7 p.m., the biggest of the severe weather is now going to be pushing out of the region. So let's back up. Let's see exactly what's going on. I'm going to look at updated warnings here real quick, just to make sure there's nothing new on this. Okay. Okay. What? Oh, got it. Yeah. Okay. So we still have our tornado warning in effect, eastern Crawford, Cherokee, western Barton, western parts of Jasper County as this intense line continues to push east. Let's go ahead and dig into it. And we are seeing, so this is what we call QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. So we can get rotation on the front edge, or we can get rotation on the back edge. And this is rain-wrapped area, southeast side of Pittsburgh, that is a little bit of concerning. So just to the south, 400, so east of Pittsburgh. And then this more intense cell, kind of on the backside here, just west of Carl Junction, really just east of Crestline. Definitely some rotation there. So that is in far eastern parts of Cherokee County. And then this is heading over toward Carl Junction. So if you live in Carl Junction, go ahead and take shelter at this time. And then this storm will kind of propagate east right along 96 highway. Looking a little bit farther south, new severe thunderstorm warning. So this is in Ottawa County, northeastern parts of Oklahoma. This is for winds at 60, quarter-size hail as it lifts toward the north and to the east. So this will start to affect over toward downstream and then Joplin proper once we get through the next 45 minutes. Still very intense. Carl Junction, again, definitely be in your shelter as we are getting some rotation within this line. And then a little farther north, just south and east of Pittsburgh, another area of rotation that we are looking at. In fact, we'll pull out velocity. See this right in here? So that's what I'm talking about, just southeast of Pittsburgh. Let's go a little bit farther south. Very broad circulation, but definitely some rotation within that little group there, just to the northwest of Carl Junction. And then outside of the tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Let's back up. Let me see if I see anything new. I want to make sure everybody's on top of it. What's that?
Old 96 heading towards Joplin, staying east of it, and then west of Carl Junction.
I know exactly where they are. Okay. I think. Yeah, so they're on 96, right?
Yeah, they're on Old 96, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's see, Yeah, have them drive, have them just continue on 96, kind of toward the roundabout of 43 and 96.
Doug says continue on 96 towards the roundabout at
43 and 96.
43 and 96.
Yes. All right, let me look at the latest warnings here. Okay. Well, let's zoom in here.
Okay.
Still got a broad rotation southeast of Pittsburgh.
Okay, keep that student.
Still have some broad rotation just north of Carl Junction. Still, if you live in Carl Junction, go ahead and take Shelter Asbury as well. Looking a little bit farther north. Yeah, that's a little lowering. Yeah, so that's the Carl Junction part of the storm. All right, so let's back up. Still have enough rotation to warrant tornado warnings in far eastern Cherokee County, western parts of Jasper County, southwestern parts of Barton County with this intense line. Look at all this back here, back to the west. So a lot more showers and thunderstorms heading in right after these storms, and these will continue to work into southwestern Missouri. All this mess is going to continue to push up into southwestern Missouri as we go through the next couple hours. Zooming in, severe thunderstorm warning. So here's Crawford County, here's Barton County, tracking south, here's Cherokee, here's Jasper County, and then in this mess, we have that tornado warning. So here's Pittsburgh. So if you live in Pittsburgh, you are safe from the tornadic part of the cell. Actually, the whole line is pushing east now. So toward the little town of Nashville, and then down 43. So if we, let's see, here's 43, here's 96, a little roundabout there, a little roundabout there. Still watching some lowering. So right on 96 highway. And this is pushing east. This is mainly staying just north of Carl Junction proper. And then as we go a little farther north, we're still very close to the little town of Nashville. We're getting a little bit of lowering. But nothing confirmed on the ground right now, which is good news, but still enough to warrant a tornado warning. Let's track a little farther south. Joplin, you guys are going to get into the action here over the next 30 minutes with this mess, which is out kind of pushing out of northeastern Oklahoma. So these storms all the way down toward Miami, which have winds at 60 miles per hour, and quarter-size hail or 1-inch size hail, lifting north and east toward downstream, and then toward Joplin. We had a bigger cell in Newton County earlier. That one kind of fell apart. Still a little guy right on top of Neosho. Let's look at this in motion. So you can see that storm died as it pushed and produced a little bit of lowering earlier. This main line, we got all this mess coming back out of northeastern Oklahoma, and the very intense part of this line now pushing into southwestern Missouri, but still enough to warrant a tornado warning. Over my shoulder here, I'm looking at our storm chaser, so I'm kind of seeing what they're looking at. Still some lowering, kind of along 96 highway, so very close to Carl Junction. Let's zoom in. Here's our warnings again. So liberal, you're in a severe thunderstorm warning. That's blinking, so I know there's an update on that, so I want to read it real quick. All right. Let me read the latest warning here. Yep. All right, nothing really glaring new, but look at this whole line. So now pushing southwestern Missouri. Still have our tornado warnings, western parts of Barton County, and then also in western parts of Jasper County. So that's where the latest is with the storm pushing through. I'm glancing at a couple of the short-range models here. We can go ahead, zoom in. You can see that still this intense line. So Liberal, Lamar, you guys are kind of on deck here in the next 20 minutes. And then it's brunt of the storm is out of Pittsburgh, which is good, but works into northwestern Jasper County. The town of Jasper itself, you guys are about 20 minutes away, and then just kind of skirting just north of Carl Junction. Still getting a little bit of rotation in here, so we want to watch that. Let's look at our velocity product real quick. Still very broad rotation in here, but not enough to really be too concerned. And if we go farther south, let's see. So 171.96 over to 43. There's also a broad rotation. So we're watching those, but I mean, that's why there is a tornado warning, but nothing on the ground at this time, which is good news. But of course, that could always change very quickly. All right, showers, thunderstorms continuing to lift into southwestern Missouri now. We got a couple new severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's look at those. We're going to track a little farther south here. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning for Ottawa County. So Miami, Commerce, Quapaw, Wyandotte, Afton, Fairland, all the way back toward Veneta. So with this cell, and this also has that very odd look to it. You can see it kind of has some curvature to it, and then it has like some notches on the front end. So those are types of storms that like to rotate. So we want to watch that as it lifts through northeastern Oklahoma. Still pretty good storm just north of Miami, some large hail up toward Baxter. And then again, we have this line, which is now just a severe thunderstorm warning. So that tornado warning has now dropped in western parts of Jasper County. Let me see if there's anything new on that. Just rotation is weaker, so that's good. So now we're back down to all severe thunderstorm warnings, which is good news. But the way the environment is this afternoon, I bet it ramps back up again as we go through the afternoon. But because we don't have any active tornado warnings, I'm going to go ahead and let Tim, you can take us off air, but we're going to continue to stream on the KOAM Plus TV streaming app, and also KOAM YouTube, Skywash weather app, all those places you can find us streaming.